Alright guys, I'm just going to make this little video. It'll probably be easier than typing out a bunch of instructions. So basically you guys are going to create an app. Nathan, you may have already done this, but I'm going to go ahead and have you do another one. The requirements for you guys, so the app is going to have a home screen, and then this one has all these different sub-screens as you take this quiz about birds. You guys are going to need to have a home screen and then a minimum of 3 other screens. If you want to have more, that's fine. Um, I'll attach the link or the document that has a list of your requirements, but basically you're going to need to have pictures. I want sound effects on 2 of your screens. Um, so the goal for tomorrow or Tuesday when you watch this video is I want you to think of a app that you want to create and kind of in your mind or on paper sketch it out. You don't have to share the sketch with me, but I do want you to try to email me tomorrow with what you're thinking about doing. Maybe kind of just explain it a little bit about what your screens are going to be. Um, you can do a quiz like this bird one. You can do a sports one. You can do video games. Luke, you like wrestling. You could do a wrestling and then talk about different things with wrestling. Nathan, I'm pretty sure you did this one, but I want us to do this one time just so you guys can see. This gets us into computer programming mode, and this is just one thing we can do with programming. Obviously, we're not doing a ton of writing code, but it's going to get us into the thinking of how code works. And then we'll be moving on from this here in another week or so. So that's going to be our game plan is Monday. I want you guys to brainstorm and kind of in your mind or on a piece of paper sketch out what you think your app's going to look like, what buttons you're going to have to click on, and then like back buttons. I want home buttons to all the way back to home there. So like what pictures are you going to use? That kind of thing. So I want you to be thinking about that, and that's what this project, now this next button, if I hit run, and then I'm just going to hit finish, so then I'm going to hit continue. All right, so lesson 4 project, the circle number 3 wants you now to start creating your screens. Now this is what's going to be important is you're going to name your screens, okay? And then you can go to new screen when you're ready for your next screen, so you can call it home screen and then whatever. Here's where you're going to name it, right here. And then when you start adding things, so if I want to add a button down here, and now this is where it's important that you're naming these things so you know what it is. I'm going to do home, um, let's see, let's say this button is, I don't even know. You're going to want to name it home button maybe, or BTN. And then what do you want on it? You know, maybe you click start. If you do start, I would name it home start button if I have a quiz that I'm going to do. So every time you add something, if you're going to add in, images aren't as important, but if you're going to add a label for your heading, you know, you're going to want to maybe call it home label 1, and you're going to want to use an underscore. And then what do you want to put in it? And I'm just going to put take this quiz. All right. And then again, I want to see you guys change up the text colors. I want there to be a background color on all of your slides. It can be the same one, or it can, this would be background screen 1. I'm going to just call this my home screen. And background, again, I want you guys to be creative and add in background colors. And again, you've got to name a lot of your things, and it's going to be important that you name your buttons especially, because that's how we're going to link up. And so basically this lesson 4 project, designing an app, it says recreate the screens here. So they're saying go ahead and draw something out in your mind or on a planning guide, but I'm not going to give you that planning guide. And then go ahead and start creating your slides. Okay, so that's what I kind of want you to do. So this week we're going to go ahead and you're going to come up with your idea, and then you're going to work through. Now, none of the links will work because we haven't gotten that far, but you run it and then you hit finish, and then if you continue, I'll probably just go ahead, and this is just telling us what's going to be going on. And I probably won't even assign number 5 for you guys. And then, and I'll, let's see, let's get down here to number 6. All right, it looks like right here, I guess we'll stop at lesson 4 for right now, and we'll work on just getting your project done. I want you to see by the end of this week, you've got 4 days, or maybe I should say by the end of this week, let's see where you're at. You can come up with your 4 slides and have them set up with what you want. And then we'll go from there as far as getting it linked so that it actually works, okay? So that's our goal for this week, is to come up with your idea kind of in your mind or on a piece of paper, plan it out, and then start creating each slide. And when you're ready for a new slide, you can just go to new screen, and that'll put you into a new screen, and then you name it. And maybe I put, if I'm doing a quiz on sports, I'm going to put basketball. And I'm going to, again, do another background color. And then I'm going to bring over, a label. And again, how much, and then again, over here, I might put then basketball label. And then my text is going to be, how much do you know about basketball? And then obviously you're going to want to format it and make it look good, and then I can insert, remember to an image can come over here, and when you click on that, again, naming an image isn't as important. Down here you can choose, and then you can either upload a file, so have something ready, so have something on your desktop or in your downloads, or remember you can use the icons, and I can see if there's a basketball. No basketball one, so there's not a ton, but anyway, I can just choose a smiley face. So you can choose the icons, or the ones that they put there for you, and then again you can change the icon color. And so I want you guys to be creative, try to come up with something unique. Again, you can do something about games, you can do a quiz, maybe you could do a wrestling quiz or a quiz whatever. So kind of make it informational, I guess, whatever works best. If you've got questions, make sure you email me, and let's see if we can this week get our app put together. If you've got questions, again, email me.